we're going to look at Knocking on Heaven's Door. We're sort of doing a strumming version of it. It's been done by Guns N' Roses it's been done by Bob Marley and we're doing our own version just as a cool way to revise the basic chords. So if you're sort of new to guitar, or if you've only been playing for a short while, this is a really nice song to get going. Your target is to be something like this. This is what we're working towards. And simply repeat it. So the whole way through: G, D, A minor again, G, D, C, and C again. Let's take it from the top. I'm going to go through each chord step by step, so if you're not sure the chords, you can quickly revise them. I noticed in class today some of us weren't sort of strong with all the chords, one or two knew most, but let's go. For G, finger 1, second string from the top, fifth from the bottom more accurately, fret 2, middle finger, top fret number 3, and the ring finger goes to the same fret number 3, so 2 and 3 are in the same fret, top string, bottom string, so the two extremes. This is G. Your G should sound like this. Next up, D. D is going to have finger number 1 on the third string from the bottom, 1, 2, 3. Middle finger number 2 goes to the bottom string, also fret number 2, so fingers 1 and 2 in the same fret. Finger number 3, fret 3, string 2, there's my D chord. And for D chord now, we need to know that we only strum from the 4th string down. So you're strumming like this. You can see the 4th string there. So we mustn't strum the top 2, otherwise your D will sound out of tune. Next up, we're going to put the two chords together just to get the changes for them. So let's try that with me. We're going to use this strumming pattern. G's back in place. Just to recap, if you're not sure, G, get an overall view of the chord. And we're going to strum 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, or in short, down, 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 up. And then we change to the D chord. And again, a quick recap on D. Fingers 1 and 2 in the 2nd fret. You can see that there. Third finger in the 3rd fret, and we try to strum from the bottom string down, or from the 4th string down rather. Let's put those two chords together. This is what your first step has to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and change 2, 3, 4, and practice that first, and then we add on the A minor chord. A minor, for those that can't remember perhaps, just need a quick recap. Starts with finger 1 on the 2nd string of the 1st fret. Middle finger goes to the 4th string, always count from the bottom, and the 2nd fret, and ring finger underneath them. This is your A minor. You can see quite clearly there how the chord is being shaped. And for the A minor, you're going to strum twice in a row. So it would be something like this, and we strum from string 5 down. So we don't play the top string for A minor. Ready for A minor? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and then if we put everything together, we're going to have this: G, D, A minor, and then A minor again. Are we ready? Here is super slow motion on the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there you have it. Should we take it one more time through? Maybe just a tiny bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 and 2 and 4. And remember, 2 A minors. And then once you've got that running smooth, you go back to G for the second part. You know G by now, you know D by now, and we add the chord C, which I'm going to quickly show you, just in case you're not familiar. Finger 1, also string 2, so it starts very similar to A minor. Finger 2 goes to the 4th string, again very similar to A minor, but instead of the ring finger going there, the ring finger now goes 5th string, fret 3. Remember, from the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is your C chord. And we also strum the chord C from the 5th string down. So the second time round, G, D, and C. And that's the basic structure for Knocking on Heaven's Door. So I'm not going to worry about a PDF file for this. It's a really easy song. You can Google it all over the place. But what I do want you to do is to memorize G, D, A minor, G, D, C, C. And then once you've got that working, experiment with different rhythms. Try something like this. So make the song uniquely yours. For example, that rhythm was down, down, up, down. Slightly different rhythm. Now, I've heard Avril Lavigne do it, the Guns N' Roses I mentioned, Eric Clapton, Bob Dylan wrote it, Bob Marley also played it. So there's no wrong way to play this as long as the chords are in the right sequence. So for those who want to try some picking, maybe try this. And that's sort of leaning towards the Guns N' Roses version. Obviously Slash does a lot more intricate picking, so this is a nice way to get into picking, to get a simplified one. Let me show you the picking pattern. It's a nice one just to get going. Going to go to G. Can't see the G because I want to focus on my plectrum. Okay, G, you start on the 6th string and you jump down to strings 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. So one more time, even closer. 6th string, 3rd, 2nd, 1st, 2nd, 3rd. One more time. Then you change to D. I'm changing the chord over here, so obviously there's my D now. And now I play from the 4th string. 4, 3rd, 2, 1, 2, 3. Notice the gap as well. There's the gap. And the following 5 notes are in succession. Try that with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now if we put the G and the D together, we'd have this. 1, 2, 3, 4. D. And then you go to the 2 A minors. A minor would be from the 5th string. And just a quick recap if you're not sure. Remember the A minor? Okay. And you're doing from the 5th. And if you put everything together, you're going to have something like this now for a picking pattern. I'll take it through one slowly. Notice I'm playing my G like that with fingers 3 and 4. Some play it like this. I don't really mind. Both will sound good. Okay, let's get going. Got your G in place. You can see both left and right hand. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and D, A minor, back to G, D, and then C. Now you'll notice on the A minor that I made a mistake. For those that did pick it up, well done. For those that didn't, I did just rewind the video. But I didn't stop, so it wasn't an intentional mistake to prove a point. I thought I'd just take advantage of it. You're allowed to make mistakes, but we're not allowed to stop if we do. So the golden rule, make a mistake, it's cool. Obviously the better you get, the less mistakes you make. I was busy looking at the camera instead of looking at my fingers and lost concentration. But you don't stop. Okay, let's try it one more time through, and hopefully this time I don't make that mistake. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. then obviously from there you can start expanding. You can do a strumming combination. And what I'm doing there, just for the fun of it, I'm going to focus onto the chord hand and check the different shapes over here. G, watch the D now. You see those fingers moving there? D again. Sounds quite cool, eh? You can actually really do whatever you like with Knocking at Heaven's Door. Make it your own. Send me some recordings of you doing it. Love to hear it. And have fun with the song. Okay, so bottom line is, get to know your basic chords. Try different rhythms. Get to know the names of the chords. Very important. I noticed a lot of the guys, when I said, give me a G, they said, we like G. How does G look? And when I showed them, they said, oh, yo, that's how G looks. Okay. For those that don't know Afrikaans, who like G is, what does G look like? Okay, and that's pretty much your song. Get to know the names of the chords, have fun with it, and this is not an in-depth study. This was just to have fun. Have an awesome week. Take care.